Are you currently trying to run your business and stay consistent with posting on YouTube? Cause woo child, when I tell you, I get it. Entrepreneurship is a full-time job. I don't know how people have a side hustle, like a side business and work 9 to 5, because I've tried it. And child, if you got kids, and YouTube is no different. YouTube is also a full-time job. So how do you balance running everything? Because at the end of the day, you still have business tasks that you have to handle. You still have marketing tasks that you have to take care of. You still have clients that you have to take care of. Like, we have all these things that we have to do. And sometimes it can feel very overwhelming when you are trying to pursue a platform like YouTube and you start finding yourself putting YouTube off. And the thing about YouTube is when you miss a record day and you miss an upload day, that one upload week that you miss turns into 3 weeks like this. Like, I don't know what happens. It's like time just skips. And what went from, oh, I missed last week's upload to I missed the last 2 months of uploading, girl, I'd have been there. So I get it. There is a way to kind of find your balance when it comes to pursuing YouTube in your business. One of the problems that I find a lot of entrepreneurs experience is they create an unrealistic workflow for themselves, myself included. You're putting way too many tasks on your to-do list for your day-to-day, and it's causing things to kind of fall through the cracks. So even though your intentions are good, because your workflow is not realistic to your current lifestyle, your current life situation, you are putting too much on your plate, and so YouTube is catching the back burner. There are really 2 types of workflows that you need to have in place when it comes to being an entrepreneur while also pursuing YouTube full-time. For one, you want to have a content creation workflow. So I'm just going to put all content creation into this one workflow. So this includes your social media content. This includes your YouTube content. This also includes, like, if you have a podcast, this includes your podcast content. You need to have a workflow specifically for you creating your content, so that way you have the amount of time that you need to be able to get all of this content out at a good time frame that you are wanting to have for your business. And then the second type of workflow that you need to have in place is your business workflow. So you need to have a workflow for the things that you need to do to keep your business running. So this includes like your client management or product management. This includes your business management. And when I say that, I mean like admin tasks. If you have a project that you're doing, so let's say you're launching a new product or a new offer, that goes into your business and project management. And then marketing and sales in general. So this includes like you brainstorming or creating campaigns around different offers that you're about to start. Whatever it is that you have to do in your business, that goes under business management. Whenever it comes to content creation and marketing, that goes into your content creation workflow, because there are different elements that are involved with that. Without some type of workflow in place with these 2 different things, you're going to constantly feel overwhelmed and you're going to constantly feel like you're being inconsistent, even though you're giving it your all. So you could actually be giving it your all. I have experience in this where you feel like you're working from sun up to sundown and you're just like, yo, like I'm doing all these things, but I feel like I'm still not being able to show up publicly. Like you're showing up on the back end, you're doing your client deliverables, you're doing like the back end stuff, but you're not showing up on the front end. And so there's a balance that has to happen, or you're going to feel like you're constantly dropping the ball. Or maybe you're constantly showing up on the front end, but then you're dropping the ball on the back end and your clients are not being satisfied with the things that you've promised them, and just all these different things. And everything that you plan on doing and everything that you have to do in your business, it needs to have a designated time for you to do it, especially if you're a solopreneur. You have to do a little bit more because you don't have a way to delegate these tasks out just yet. So you have to have like a clean cut workflow in place if you want to make sure you're getting the right things done when they need to be done. Now, I actually have a free workflow template that I'm going to attach to this video below in the description box. If you've never created a workflow for your business or your YouTube channel, or maybe you have somewhat of a workflow and you like, girl, this is just not working. Like, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I need to fix this. Download the free template that I created, because it's going to give you the structure that you need to be able to plan out everything that you need to do for your content creation workflow and everything you need to do do for your business workflow. So I'll drop that in the description box. Go ahead and take a peek at that. And now I'm going to come for both of us when I talk about this next thing. Girl, you're doing the most and you need to simplify. You are putting way too much on your plate. You are trying to launch too many things at one time. You are trying to add too many different tasks onto your plate, and you need to pull it back a little bit. You're trying to be on all the platforms, and you might even be experiencing a little bit of shiny object syndrome. So you may be going in one direction one day, and then someone gives you this bright idea to do this thing too, and you're like, oh, well, let me add this on. Oh, let me add that on too. And now you just have too much going on. And so I would encourage you, if you feel like there's not enough time in a day and you're just trying to get everything done, and you need to figure out what are some things that I can eliminate for now. Remember, we don't have to pursue and launch everything at the same time. The goal is for you to create a routine where you're not constantly having to show up live or constantly having to show up on the back end for certain things. You want to try to create more of a passive type of business model. And sometimes it does take a while for you to get there, but the goal is for you to eventually get your business to where you're not spending all day and night working on these tasks, because if you keep adding stuff to your plate, that's where you're going to get, and things are going to fall through the cracks. And this is something that I don't really take into consideration until I've put too much on my plate. The more hats you wear, the more processes you have to create for your business. I'm going to give you a good example of one that I shot myself in the foot for recently. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to move forward with this. But one of the things that I was doing was I had the bright idea that I want to do a masterclass every single month. It's going to be a different masterclass every month. It's been a while since I've actually done master classes for my business, but I was so excited because I had all these different ideas that I wanted to do one on. And then when I got into actually planning this out and writing down all the things that I needed to do to bring this into existence, I was like, wait a minute now. This is going to take a lot more work than I anticipated on the front end. And so now I'm having to back up and be like, okay, how can I simplify this? Before I was wanting to do a different one every single month. Child, I ain't doing that. Okay. So now I'm kind of like, maybe I need to do a signature one instead. So once I build this thing out once, I don't have to worry about doing this all the way over again next month and the month after that. And that's just an example that I'm giving you when it comes to how can you simplify? Do you have too many offers right now that you are having to show up live for? Well, maybe this is a great time for you to either bundle all of your offers up into one thing, so that way you have one deliverable versus you having multiple deliverables in different areas. Audit your current obligations and see what it is that you can simplify so that you don't have as many tasks on your plate that you currently have. And I want you to remember, YouTube is a long-term play for your brand and business. Depending on what your current strategy is, it may be better for you to only post once per week because you have a lot more going on the back end of your business, where it's just not realistic for you to be showing up 2 and 3 times per week. But then there may be another season in your business where you're like, okay, so I'm eliminating a lot of this stuff on the back end, and I'm going to fully ramp up on my content creation in my podcast, on my YouTube channel, and my email, or wherever that looks like, especially if you're preparing for a launch. And so then it makes more sense for you to start uploading 2 or 3 times per week on YouTube, because you've eliminated a lot of stuff on the back end that would be originally taking up a lot of your time. I also want you to remember why you started your YouTube channel. You should always be thinking about YouTube as the top of your funnel. And so you need to prioritize YouTube as if it's the top of your funnel, and make sure that you're utilizing the platform to the most of your capacity. And the best way for you to do that is to be consistent. And the best way for you to be consistent is to have that workflow in place. So if you've made it this far in the video, then I know that you would benefit from watching this video as well. In this video, I'm going to be telling you everything that you need to know when it comes to planning and creating YouTube videos specifically to help grow your business. So girl, go ahead and click that video and check it out.